Hey everybody. How's the audio? Okay. We are near the end and just the game just keeps going. I've been gone for some time. I had to go to MAGFest. I got sick after MAGFest and then I had to do a bunch of work catching up. Uh yeah, so we're never getting out of Ebisugaoka, is what I think. When we last left off, we were in the Dark Temple after going through the Shimizu residence. And I think we're pretty close to the end here. If I remember right, we were on a boss. It was the big boy. Kind of a repeat of this fight we've done already. Oh, there's something. Sacrifice, once and for all, body and soul, made pure by rebirth. Offer all that is yours. Let's check our items real fast. Oh, that's not good. It's not what you want to see. Right. This is the way we came. I guess we have to fight her. Okay. Excuse me while I find my sea legs again. Is she just giving birth to those, though? Because that's really unwelcome news, if so. No, just the normal kind of things. The marionettes. Oh no, okay, she is, yeah. I think I think this game has gotten pretty rude with the encounters. So maybe the thing to do here is to use Soul Siphon to power up and then just try to race her down. And to use Soul Siphon, we'll need to kill these minions. Okay, that's a pretty slow process, though. Because it looks like the blind guides don't give us much more than the, marionettes, or the mannequins, rather. Okay, so now we can do it. Right? Why is my thing glowing but I can't do it? There we go. Nope. Oh, I think we got her anyway. Swear to God, if this guy kills me after beating the boss there, I'm going to be very sad. Alright, let's get out of here. Fox Mask Crest. You got any of those items? Doesn't look like it. We're getting through it. Somebody said they left Misericord and they just got Scarlet Hollow. I am screaming over the I'm not going to spoil it, but the most recent update to Scarlet Hollow is wild. Totally flipped what I thought about a bunch of characters upside down. So good. If you haven't played it, you got to get in on that. Right. So let's read that again. The blackbird wishes to take the white bird. The white bird wishes to resist. The fox brings his followers in triumph. He notices not the two birds in conflict. Okay. I guess the fox would be in the the white bird would be the one turning away, but there's two turned away. Prove your intent with the crests 3. Show what lies deep in your heart. Yeah, so Scarlet Hollow released a new chapter on Friday. It's only half the chapter. The next chapter comes out on this Friday. I think they wound up having to stagger it because that wasn't the initial. The plan was just to release it all on the 13th, but I wouldn't wait. I would jump right in. It's it's only a couple of days to wait for the whole thing. So it gives you time to catch up and think about the revelations. I don't know. These two are like talking, so maybe that's correct. Maybe there's something in the journal that will help here. The blackbird wishes to take the white bird. There's too many dang spots. Yeah, I mean, it'll take you maybe a day or two to get through it if you really commit to playing through the whole game, so not too bad. What if we look at the crest itself? Oops. Are there any other clues in this room? I don't think there are. Very odd. I might just pull this solution up. Place the fox crest on the lead fox. These two. White sparrow crust on the... Okay. That didn't look like more obvious to me than any other interpretation of that. Weird puzzle. Overall, I'm still pretty positive on this game, but I think the comparing it to the like the Resident Evil, the newer Resident Evil games is pretty interesting, and just like the how like much more cleanly designed the Resident Evil games are. I'd say in the remakes of like 2, 3, and 4, not like Village. Village actually is pretty messy compared to those games. It's like bigger, but not as tight. Did those doors just make a vine boom? Am I tripping? They wouldn't just like sneak that in, would they? They wouldn't do that. Make you move. Oh right, I'm like out of weapons. Forgot about that. Guess we're going up the hill. Or maybe not. Let's see. Can't get to that right now. Can't, like, fight any of this stuff. Here we go. Yeah, I won't allow it is something that translators often... Oh, God. That's a phrase that you see in anime translations a lot that is, you would, in English you would say, you won't get away with this, you know? But, a lot of anime translators don't really think about the vibe of what they're trying to get across. Okay, this one. Okay, there's another weapon. Maybe I can go through there. Or do I have to loop back and go all the way down? That would sure be unfortunate. Oh, don't tell me that's completely blocked off. Oh. Where, do I go? It's hard mode. But it's also the very end of the game. But I don't understand where we're supposed to go if everything's blocked off. Oh, nice little frame drop there. Okay, we gotta go through this house. No, we don't. Um... Is the Uragiri Mono girl okay? I don't think anybody's okay. I think absolutely everybody is, not giving me, like, any, there we go. These counterattacks have been few and far between. Just trying to get to use the, shrine here. Oh. Maybe I'm just supposed to kill stuff for a while. Based on all the yelling we're doing. You went to MAGFest? Interesting. I was the video room operator at the original one when it was in Roanoke over 20 years ago. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's by far the best con I've ever been to. It was wildly good. Let's see. I don't have any Emma. Hello? And then what was the story with this knife? The knife was really good, right? Okay, got the axe. The axe is very nice. And chase after the fog monster. Yeah, it is a really, really nice, I mean, start to finish, it's been great. Nice looking. Both like the base environments and the kind of overlaying effects have been really striking. I hate these guys. All right. We'll just murder everything, it's fine. Hop back over to the shrine. How is this looking? It's really low. Oh yeah, it's like completely broken. Don't I have a toolkit? I do. Okay, pop back up, save again. Locking in that strange incremental progress that we're making. Yeah, I mean, we've been over this on the previous streams. All the opinions are, woman bad. I I deserve a wife, therefore women shouldn't be alive or something like that. I don't get it. It's pretty cool. I think the monster spam is a bit much, but maybe playing on hard was my fatal error. May as well toss the axe, yeah. It's pretty much broken anyway. I mean, just the system they built is for melee. They didn't build a system that would work with guns. I might have to kill that one. Maybe what the game's trying to tell me. I'll try to avoid it because those things are so annoying to fight in the real world. Okay, I am seeing. So the truck blocks it that way, but it's still possible to go that way. Maybe there's a route over here we haven't spotted. I just don't know, though. It doesn't look like it. This is set in the 60s, which is kind of at the end of the occupation era and at the era, like the beginning of when Japan was really, so the 60s were a really bad time for Japan. But the 70s were when they were like economically rebounding. The 60s were when like occupation had ended, but they hadn't really regained their footing. I'm gonna check something. Okay, yeah. Looks like my Worst fear was right. I have to kill the weird pregnant thing. Don't really have a good weapon for that, but okay. They are weaker in the real world, I think. Aw, thought I was slick. Thanks. Well, it's blocking the path. I can't, like, move down now. Nice. Weapon completely broke. That weapon's gone. Now I can get through. What's my take on Resident Evil 3 remake? I mean, the original Resident Evil 3 was over the top, if you're going to say that, but I think it wasn't transformative in the way that the the Resident Evil 2 remake was. So it didn't really like... It felt like when they made the Resident Evil 2 remake, they did everything you would have wanted to do with a remake of 3. So... Name, Shimizu Hinako. Last seen wearing colored uniform, colored skirt. Left home, met with, wearing a... Just gonna ditch it. Okay. There's the next one. Come on. Okay, I have a almost broken knife, so let's use the toolkit on that. And that should be enough to get us through these guys. Hello? A crowbar? An entirely new weapon. Okay, that one's dead. Where does that leave us? Here we go. Is this the Half-Life 3? You're seeing people still streaming the game because the game is so long. Is that good? Yeah, when we have the wolf farm, we're in the other world. It's called the Dark Shrine. And yeah, it's a fox arm.
それではお別れを。あなたが幸せをつかんでくれることを願っています。
It's chocolate. Hey, the doll is here. Don't go that way. Any of these guys? Okay, which way do I go? The doll said don't go that way, but there's two ways. And I could also go back. There was only one way after all. You won't be able to see your father or mother anymore. Okay. Come on, just give me the body. Thanks for being generous with the items now.
私は家に帰る。世界が私を祝福してる。両親にも会いに行こう。
I'm just not gonna deal with that. I'm just gonna keep going. I don't look at it. I don't see it. I'll even save my game. There was an item there, I swear. I saw the little indicator, and then it just disappeared. You won't be able to stay as you are now. Somebody please give me a counter. All right. Oh no, wait, there's another one coming. Is it just infinite until this thing dies, or what? God. Jesus Christ. That was horrible. And now we get to do it all over again. What if we just go up there? Nope, we can't just go up there. I was definitely dodging that, but okay. This game's only real flaw is that it's... didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, whatever. Pretty hard to see the counter indicator in this this lighting. Somebody gonna make a move? Sure, I was out of the way. I am absolutely at the end of the game, yeah. But man. Yeah, it has that Dark Souls 2 encounter design where it's just the scholar, where it's just like, what if there's 10,000 enemies in a place you can't fight them? I will say the combat system is serviceable, but the game leans way too hard on it for what it's actually capable of. Okay. Doll's trying to protect me, so it made sure to sit in the exact center of the arena so I can't dodge anything. Come on, stamina. Nope, that's death unless I can dodge in time. There we go. Come on. Jeez. Nope. Yeah, the yeah, I'm going back to story mode. Screw this. I got all the way here and I'm just like done. The reason I wasn't the reason I wasn't using the super mode is because the big guy comes in at the end. If you use it before that, you just lose. Because you need it to fight him. Oh wow, it skips that whole second thing if you're not on hard mode. Well, you can't dodge if you can't move, so that was the issue in there. That arena just didn't afford any room to I mean, it's like somebody said, like the combat is, the encounters are designed wrong for the kind of combat that the game is. And hi Grub, come here. Come here, baby. Grub's here. Come here, baby. Come on. Up, up. Grub's here. Hey, Grub. Her dinner's a little bit late, so she's complaining, but she had a late breakfast, so she shouldn't be hungry yet. Oh, Grub! She meowed right into the microphone. I am aware of how the dodge system works, Jay. I played through the entire game on hard. I'm aware of the basic mechanics of the game. So we've traded places. Now the monster girl's in the real world and the real girl's in the monster world. That seems bad. That seems undesirable. Well, I guess we don't need it. Let's see. Are they going to release DLC for this game? I don't know. It looks like they've already moved on to the next one. I don't know if it's the same studio, but Konami announced the other day that there's a new Silent Hill game coming out. I don't really know what you would do with this game with DLC. Out of stamina at the worst possible moment. Let's see. I believe it's hammer time. okay, Grub. Soon. Soon, baby. I promise the game will end someday, and then you'll get your food.
今度こそ後戻りはでき
Here we go. Yes, Scrub. Yeah, and those items that we've been offering, most of them, not all of them, but most of them are things that you can also use as like health consumables, so it's you're kind of like gambling on whether you'll need it or not.
行こう清水ひな子
Hey, Guard Gems, thank you. Guess I'll let the text-to-speech get that in a sec. No, baby, you can't go on the keyboard. You can't go on the keyboard, baby. You will ruin everything. I'm trying. I'm at work. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Oh, baby. Yes, Scrub, you're absolutely correct. It is time. Let me just fight myself and then, yeah.
まさかまだ生き残っていようとはお姉ちゃんは所詮
Okay,
は
down, girl.
向こう側の人間私の気持ちなんてわからない落ち着いてあなたがどうしてここにいるかわかるわからないここはどこ怖いや辛い気持ち悪い帰りたいそれは何のあなたいつから飲んでるのそんなに飲んで大丈夫なの全然大丈夫だよこれを飲むと落ち着くからもうやめなさいそれを飲むのをやめて私にかなわないで
girls when there's fried tofu at the function.
お前は私の全てを奪った。
Nope.
サクコもリンコもシュウも奪い、お父さんもお母さんも。私を返せ。奪った全てを返せ。その程度か。
Not really Souls-like at all. Well, except that it's Dark Souls 2-like in hard mode, I guess. Okay. Come on. Do I just have to hit you to stop this? I guess I do.
しない。
The camera's like actively fighting me here. Oops.
こんなところもこんな奴らも全てぶち壊してやる。
One moment, if you please. Bring the chat box back. Why not? Let's just run out of here. I don't feel like fighting 50 of these things. Lots of yummy pills. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
これは何の真似だ。おい貴様、正気か。
うるさい。どいて。邪魔するなら容赦しない。私に、私たちに誰も構うんじゃねえ。
待ってくれみんな。ひなことは私が話す。ひなこ、なぜだ、どうしてお前の心を分かってやれたと思っていたのに。
Gotta get every piece of candy.
ひなこ、ずっとって約束したじゃない。裏切り者。どうしてこんなことを。やめなさい。竜を奪ったあんたを許さない。
ごめんよひなこ、本当にごめん。俺が間違ってた。俺はただ、でもこんなに苦なんて。
やめろ。友達の声で話しかけるな。
This must be the safest area because there's so much pills. Jesse, the perk is too good.
辛抱だ。
I'm busting off the pill. We got the worst ending because of the red pills. It's the ending that most people will get when they play this game. If you take, I don't know if it's if you take any of them or if you take too many of them, but there's no indication that the pills are bad until pretty late into the game, which I think is a misstep. It's not until you get to like Shu's house that you find the notes about the pills and that there's any kind of, or a little bit before, I guess. Yeah, it's any, yeah. So if you take even a single one of those red pills, this is the ending you get. And again, there's probably like 5 or 6 hours of game before you even get like a hint that there's anything weird about them. Because they're just like laying around the house, they're just like presented as, oh, this is like a mild pain reliever. I think there's more going on here than just the pills, though. I think that's kind of a red herring. So it's an odd choice to make that the ending that like everybody's gonna get, especially because I'm not playing this game again. I'm not gonna do another playthrough. I'll just look up the endings somewhere else. Don't do drugs that friends make for you. But there's also some indication that there's some kind of spiritual thing going on with the pills, because they're made of like that herb that is the same herb from, seemingly from Silent Hill 1.
米川により県警本部県道8号線にて当該事案の被疑者と思わしき女性に襲われた男性2名のうち
Oh wow.
1名は現在心肺停止の状態。
神楽町1より県警本部一部被害者に使用された包丁ですが敷地内からは発見できず被疑者は現在もこれを所持している可能性が高いと思われます。どうぞ。
県警本部から各局女性被疑者は20代です。花嫁装束身長は 160cm 少々常吉神宮より逃走中凶器を所持している可能性が極めて高い。各局はくれぐれも慎重に対応されたし。
神楽町1から県警本部被疑者は赤と白のカプセル状の薬のようなものを犯行時に断続的に服用していたとのことです。
県警本部より神楽町1それは式場内で発見された正体不明のカプセル薬と同一のものか。どうぞ。
神楽町1から県警本部被疑者が服用する際に口からこぼしたカプセル薬を敷地内から
Now there's sirens in real life. So what it seems like is, so we killed 2 people at a wedding, possibly our sister, but they mentioned in her 20s, so maybe this is later, and it was our friends getting married or something. But yeah, this is the first game to really do the, oh, they look like monsters to you? Because that line in Silent Hill 3 that Vincent says, it's meaningless. It doesn't mean, like, it's not actually true that all the monsters in Silent Hill are just people. He was just kind of messing with Heather. So it's a weird line to include in that game, but She appears younger to the player than she actually is. Yeah, I figured that might be the case because she's kind of in her memories, like going back, you know, to her middle school that she doesn't go to anymore. Kind of makes sense. But I suspect that it isn't just like, oh, she took drugs and went crazy. I think it's like the drugs made her like the physical agent of what the spirit world wanted, is what I suspect. Like, those people needed to be sacrificed or removed for some reason that we're not privy to because we were just the assassin in this one. And yeah, I'm not sure, does anybody know, does this, like, the story branch strongly mid-game if you don't, if you go on another route, or is it just a different ending? Because if it's just a different ending, I would say, it's absolutely not worth a second playthrough. And I wanted to say thank you to Poop8701 for the dono there. Forgot to call that out earlier. Yeah, someone says there are a bunch of changes, but it requires like 5 different playthroughs. It's just that the game is so long. If you know what you're doing, it's probably like, and you're not on hard, it's probably like a 8-10 hour game, maybe. You could probably do it faster than that, but we have 20 hours on this game. Changes quite a lot, but there's a lot that's the same. Okay, well, I might play through it off stream then. I'm not sure. I have so much to do. I've got the Final Fantasy VIII video. I'm in the vocal recording part, which is one of the last steps, and then it just goes to editing. But we are at something like 63,000 words. It's about the length of The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway.
For suffering to bring us entertainment.
That one other Jake.
Play Smile.
With $20, thank you. So, is the main rule for the second playthrough just don't take the pills? I think not taking the pills is how you open up the rest of the endings, yeah. I don't know what the other, like, choices you can make are. I was like looking for them while we were playing. Maybe there's like don't kill certain monsters, or I don't know, they're always yeah. So Garjam says 8-hour playthrough for extra content is very Ryukishi. That's true. Yeah, anybody who's played Umineko knows what's up. Where's Beatrice? The tiny bombs in the food is a devil's proof. I refuse to explain. You can now create save data from the completed game. By completing New Game Plus with data from a completed game, you experience changes to the story and have a chance to fulfill specific conditions to unlock new endings. Okay, so there's a new difficulty setting, Lost in the Fog, and then also, I guess you just have to get the pill ending on the first run then. So we said just watching the endings isn't really good because a lot of the cutscenes change when you get to your house. That makes sense, yeah. So if you do want to see all the story routes, you would have to find something that actually showed all of the differences per run. So it might be, I mean, I like the game enough to like play through it if it's different throughout. If it was just the ending that was different, I would be like, okay, that's enough. I certainly think doing my first run on hard was a mistake because Not because the individual battles were too hard, but because hard turns up the encounter rate, so it's just like monster spam, which does not play to the game's strengths. New difficulty, busting off the pill. This is what happens when the perk is too good. Okay, so on the file we've only got 12 hours, so that 20 is just like all of the deaths and stuff. Few endings. Coming home to roost, drowned in a bottomless pit of self-doubt. Oh, it actually shows you. Okay. Ending 2 is don't take the red capsules, purify the sacred sword, or don't obtain it, and obtain the Agura no Hote-sama. Don't take the red capsules and obtain the unpurified sacred sword. Complete 2 different full endings. And then they just straight up tell you how to get the UFO. Okay, so like the whole everything through the school is pretty much the same every run. Interesting. And this stuff with the sword does make a little bit of sense because we explored like the old temple and stuff, but there was nothing there. So I think finding those on a second run would be the key. I respect Ryukishi's writing. I thought the writing in the... I have no complaints about the writing in the story. And I'm confused like about the... We've talked about how stupid the people who were like, oh, it's anti-natalist, it's anti-marriage, it's... That, like, that doesn't make any sense, you know, like, I don't know how you would get that from this so far. Like, so far it seems to be like, the story is that Hinako became a pawn for forces that were beyond her understanding. And that had real-world consequences, even though most of it occurred in the spirit world. I do like the, I like it when fantasy has that aspect of, like, is this real? Like, is there really magic? Are we just tripping? Like, there's a moment in Conan the Barbarian where he's about to lose a fight, and he sees a friend of his who isn't there, and she's like holding up a sword, and she like beams the sun off of her sword blade, and it like briefly blinds his enemy, and then he's able to beat the guy, and then he turns around and she's not there, and you know, it seems like something magical happened, but you know, maybe it was just a hallucination or a thought he had or coincidence or... Somebody says, it goes into it more in the other endings, but it's literally nothing to do with the idea of marriage. Past using marriage is the idea to talk about coming to terms with things beyond your control. Oh yeah, do you want to live forever? Conan the Barbarian is a great movie. You should watch it if you hadn't. It's amazing. Arnold's great in it. I've been checking out Pathologic 3 is I've been playing that in my spare time a little bit. It has that too. If you've played the other Pathologics, you like know what's up in the story and kind of how the world works already, but the way Pathologic 3 approaches its storytelling is really cool and experimental in a way that the others weren't. And that's been really cool to see. It's like, I don't know, you don't see games telling stories that way very often. Am I doing these streams, or am I going to do one of my video things? So I'm not doing a video on this game, I don't think. I might do a video on some games that have had updates recently that I've either covered or talked about before. The main thing I'm working on is the big Final Fantasy VIII video. That's going to be like a 9-hour video. It's taking forever, but it'll get there. When Leon is alone, he's depressive and cool. When Shimizu is alone, it's anti-natalist somehow. Yeah, I mean, these people are freaks. Like, they got nothing. Grub is going to kill me if I don't feed her, so I'm gonna go take care of that. Oh, I feel you, Garjams. For Cataclysm, I worked through, like, backporting, like, 4 months of content from Dark Days Ahead over the course of, like, a week. So we've got, like, major new systems and all sorts of stuff, but, I haven't had time to, like, do anything. My Rust friends made a hotel. I was really excited, and I was, like, too tired to even participate. Yeah, and Jake says marriage isn't the standard modern experience in this game. Right, this is a time when you still had arranged marriages, and it was still very much a case of, like, the woman signing up for domestic servitude and all that. So it's a different beast. And also, a lot of the marriage stuff seemed to be like a magic spirit to Foxman. Okay, I'm gonna go feed Grub. Thank you so much, everybody, for dropping by. Thanks again, Jake, for the dono. And to, who else was on there? Poop8701, and then we also got Garjams. Sorry it took so long for me to get back to streaming. I've just been... It's been a pretty difficult winter. Good night, everybody. Oh, and go play Scarlet Hollow. Go get it right now. Go play through it.